Greetings, everyone. My name is Tony Holowitz, and I want to talk to you today in this tutorial about the list view and adding columns to the list view. So I want to draw your attention to this particular layout. I put a field in here called chocolate ice cream. Now, don't read too much into the field or what it's called. I just happen to call it that, and it is what it is. But when I go up and click on list view to see all these 10 contacts in the list view, what you're going to notice is that once I look at the list view, I look at all the column headings and I don't see anything that says chocolate ice cream. Now I can scroll over to the right and I don't see anything in the column headings that says chocolate ice cream. So how do we deal with this? Well, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to come up here on this gray bar and I'm going to click on Customize Columns. And once I click on Customize Columns, this dialog box pops up. Let me just drag it into the middle. And you'll observe that these items here are the same items as we see across the top. So we see something called is user, private contact, favorite. A lot of these sort of come standard. A lot of these I take right out. So if I wanted to take this one out, for example, I'm going to click on it and just shoot it over to the left by clicking on the single arrow going over to the left. Private contact, I don't need that. Favorite, I'll leave that, but I don't usually keep that. So I'm just going to take some things out here. And I don't need the AMA score. Okay. So I'm going to click OK, and you'll see my view got a little bit smaller. Now the screen's going to refresh, but I don't have as many options up top. Next, I'm going to go back to Customize Columns again. Remember we talked about the chocolate ice cream? Let me drag this down to the middle. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to hit the letter C, and it jumps down to the first thing that begins with the letter C. That is not an act trick. That's just a trick you can use on your computer all day long when you're working in a list like this or a drop down. But if I go down, here is the chocolate ice cream field. And I'm going to click on this and send it over there. Now, if I want to take this, I can move it up if I want to. I can move it down. I can move things around as I see fit. But this is how you add things. Now, a little thing that I want to point out to you. If by chance you come in here and you hit the double arrows, what the double arrows is going to do is throw everything over here on the left over to the right. My experience has been, even if you've added a couple fields already, just hit cancel and get out of here, because now if you don't do that, you're going to have to go take all those fields out one at a time. And it's probably easier to work backwards and just redo this. For example, I added chocolate ice cream, but imagine I added 3 or 4 fields. It's going to take a lot less time to go back and add them again than to have to get rid of 20 fields. So that's how you add a field. So let me click on OK. And now we're going to see the chocolate ice cream field. It's going to refresh itself. And if you look right here, there's chocolate ice cream right there. To make these columns wider, I'm going to come up and put my pointer on the little dots to the right of chocolate ice cream. And I'm going to drag just a little bit to the right. I can go left and right to make these just the right size. So that's how you add columns. So when you look at this, you can move the columns where they end up in the order. You can add columns. If you have a couple monitors that potentially exist, that you can spread this view out onto a second monitor if it gets too wide. But that's how you work with this. And this is a good thing to have because I work with this all the time. Okay, everyone, thank you so very much for being here. You have a phenomenal day and be well. Bye now.